Peter Kim, and I would like to introduce Sandra Barrera, and she'll be giving you an informative speech on the beauty of gray whales.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's really hot lately. And what do teenagers like to do when it's hot? We like to go to the beach, right? So while you're at the beach, have you guys ever sat and really thought what's out there? You know, other than sharks and cactus and stuff. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about the most ferocious whale in class. It's the gray whale. There are 7 types of whales: blue whales, beluga whales, humpback whales, sperm whales, orca whales, which is what we're most familiar with from SeaWorld, which is shamu, and fin whales. But who cares about those, right? We're about gray whales. Okay, so when you're out there and say a whale attacks you, well, they're not going to attack you because they're really cool. But anyway, how to distinguish them? They have gray patches, and that makes sense, right? Because they're called gray whales. And they have white molding around them. So, yeah. And then they live up to be 50 to 60 years. They grow to be 53 feet long. And when they're born, they're 16 feet. So, okay, I'm 5'3". When they're the most they can be, it's 8 of me. That's huge. And when they barely come out, they're 3 of me. So that's pretty tall. They can stand up. Okay. Like I told you, they're really ferocious. They're called the devilfish of the ocean. They're mostly attacked by orca whales, which would be shamu and stuff. But they're fierce. What makes them different and how to distinguish them? I don't know if you guys have ever seen dolphins, but they have fins. Blue whales don't. Blue whales have dorsal knuckles. And what they are is along the back of the gray whale, it has little bumps on it. So those are their dorsal knuckles that distinguish them from everything else. They also have little sensor whiskers on the root of their mouth, which they use as sensors. Their migration process. Okay. So they migrate north in October, which is fall. When they migrate, before they migrate, they have to get ready to migrate. So they take a couple months to feed, which how they feed is they go to the bottom of the Arctic Ocean, and they just swallow a mouthful of mud. And then they use their mouth to strain the mud out and all the water. So then they're left with the squid and all the fish. So that's bait, not mud. And then, like I said, they travel north in the fall. They come up every 3 to 5 minutes for gaps of air, which you can see when they come up. And I'll explain that later. They're also known for spy hopping. That's when they just come up and kind of peekaboo out of the ocean. When they go through their migration process, how I said they eat all the squid and the fish, by the time they come back, which is 3 to 5 months, they've lost 1/3 of their fat blubber. So I thought that was really crazy. And you're probably wondering why did I pick this topic, right? Well, I'm an animal freak, but not as much as Dave has said in his speech. I won't go out here and do that. So the experience that made me want to choose this was when I was whale watching. It was in January. I saw one gray whale, and how I had said that they come up to breathe, you could see because of the ripples. They come up every 3 to 4 minutes, and the most they can stay underwater is, I believe, 15 minutes. So they can't really stay underwater that much. And when I went, the question I came up with was if they ever sleep, right? Because they're fish, so they swim. So I was just wondering, how do they sleep? So I asked. And the thing with whales is that they need oxygen. So they rest half of their brain at a time. So they'll rest one half, and then the other half will be functioning, and then they'll just take turns doing that. And they're also known for just not floating, but just resting at the top of the ocean. Unlike dolphins, they could just stay under there for 15 minutes, but they can't do that. And that was my speech about gray whales. I hope you guys
Three positives I did. She had a really good presence. She was smiling. She had a good attitude. I think really helped make the topic interesting. She had great facts. The only thing I can say was to work on, which is kind of, I guess, probably read it over a couple more times, just for better memorization. So other than that, I did really good.